Welcome back to the Manor. Julian McBain here, and today we are doing Halloween Mayhem, and it's about time. So I'm going to actually go through everything that they've done to Mayhem. This is all new. It's all changed. I'm just going to read it right off the latest news page in the Entropia Universe news section. It's hard to find. Like, I went looking for it, and I had to actually just search it on Google. So, first thing I noticed is that we've got this track system now, which is probably the best innovation Mindark has made to the Mayhem section, because even though there's still going to be RNG, it's not a competition anymore. You just grind the shit out. Mindark, fantastic idea, because when you have a competition that relies on RNG, it's not very fair. This solves that problem. For my level, I'm going to choose the bronze track. We're doing Mayhem Annihilation 4. And so I'm going to blow through this here because this gives us all the rewards. I'm actually going to talk about those here in a little bit, but I'm just going to kind of slow scroll this so you can see it before we go in. My hope is to make it at least halfway through. I might even make it all the way to the top. I really like this freaking, just look at this. Is that not fucking badass? Is that not badass? I mean, damn. And then these are the ram's horns. Accept. And we're going to go into the codex. We're going to pull up our Halloween Mayhem codex mission. H, Julian. There it is. Good job, Julian. You're not a complete moron. Too much time on a place where you couldn't use the codex. And let's pop out our robot. And then pop some pills. We're actually going to use our 10-hour... Where'd it go? Oh, no, it's a 10-hour neurobiotic. Okay. %100% for 10 hours. Consume that fucker. Okay, here we go. I'm pretty sure strategy is going to be very similar to before. Yep, level 17 is where we want to be. We're amped up. Come on, baby. I forgot I should just keep chipping at him because we're timed here. Oh, they took away the 10-hour limit. No shit. So we just have until the end of time to get this. Fuck yeah. I'll put that up as a win too, because I'm like, we have 10 hours. Go. And there's no 10 hours. There's like no 10-hour limit. Hell yeah. I'll play Mayhem until Mayhem runs out. If this is the way Merry Mayhem is going to go, I'm sorry, guys, but through the entire Christmas season, holiday season, it's all going to be Merry Mayhem. All going to be Merry Mayhem. Because y'all know how much I love Mayhem. Y'all know how much I love Mayhem. Like, I will save for months to play Mayhem. But now that we don't have that time limit, I can actually be more conservative on using my rifle. Because before you kept cycling the rifle and you'd burn through the rifles just so you could get the HP down. So you could accumulate more points. Now we don't have that time limit. Now it's just 5 hours per instance. And it looks like anyone can... Okay, so we're going to go through the whole thing, but... I've been gabbing for a few minutes, so let's try this again. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Manor. Please take a moment and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time, so make sure you subscribe. Also, please consider going to patreon.com/JulianMcBain if you want to support my work. If you do, you'll get exclusive content. I actually plan on having this October's Patreon video drop the same day this video drops, so as long as nothing goes sideways, you're going to have another Halloween Mayhem video that will be exclusive to my patrons. And I talk about all kinds of random shit in that area because I don't have the restrictions. I don't have to worry about, when I go partner eventually, which I'm slowly grinding there. the road to 13 million is a slow and long road. I'm okay with that. But once we get there, I want to make sure that anything that could be demonetized will end up over there. And actually, I'm going to be setting it up on Vimeo, because as much as I love using the YouTube channel platform, I think having a separate codec for that segment will be better. So sometime in the next couple, probably by January, I'll have a Vimeo set up where I'll do nothing but exclusive content for the Patreon on Vimeo. Part of the reason I haven't is because as a patron, it's your privilege to share my videos that you have exclusive access to. I am going to pare down on that, partially because of, I need to keep it as exclusive as possible, even though I don't have a huge patron base. And believe me, I love every one of you because of, hey guys, you are my bulwark. You support me. I totally appreciate it. I have not earned more. I'm working on it. But the fact that I've earned your monetary support along with your moral support, I feel very blessed. I really do. But anyway, because of that, part of me is like, well, if it's going to be truly exclusive, I have to give it to you on a truly exclusive platform. So what'll happen is all of the existing videos that are exclusive will remain exclusive on YouTube. I have a second channel set up. I'm actually thinking about using that channel for something else here in the near future. But then I'll have all of my exclusive stuff on Vimeo, and you'll be able to share the original exclusives, but none of the ones probably for 2022. I'll set that up for 2022. So October, November, December should all be on the YouTube channel. They're unlisted, which means that the patrons can share them with their friends to show them what they can get. And once in a while I'll do that just so you can do that. But generally speaking, after 2022, if you want any access to exclusive content, you won't be able to cajole one of my patrons. You'll have to actually become one. And again, thank you so much. Even if you're not a patron, thank you so much for your support. Like, it blows me away that I have, 658 of you that enjoy my content. Like, when I started, I was like, I'll be happy if I get 100 subscribers. And y'all have been amazing. Oh, shit. Forgot to empty my bags. Well, we know that none of this came from Mayhem, so that's okay. I'll remember to empty my bags after. Shit. Yeah, I smuggled all of my paint and mineral extractors and stuff from Cyrene, which is why I actually don't ever do video while I'm in space unless I'm doing combat stuff, because I have smuggler routes that I use to avoid pirates, and I don't need to be giving those away. Not that a pirate's gonna, just wait for my sorry ass, but I'm sure there are other players that use similar methodologies to avoid pirates, so. Okay, so let's go through. Mindark has done an amazing job with their revamp of Mayhem, and it was worth losing Summer Mayhem for this revamp. Like, when Summer Mayhem didn't happen, I was really bummed. Migration was great. The fact that they extended Migration to make up for no Mayhem, I'll take that. Because Migration is still one of my favorite events. I love every second of it. I think they could have done a little bit better on the making sure that people knew where their hunting grounds were, but they did better than last year where they constantly moved them. And there were some sections of Migration where there just was nothing I could hunt, and that was very frustrating. So I want to compliment Mindark on fixing the issues with last year's Migration. I think there's some tweaking that can still be done, but there's nothing. I've got way fewer complaints. It was much closer to previous years, which is what made Migration my favorite event to begin with. Now Mayhem, with these changes, Mayhem outdoes it, but still, it's good. So, okay, let's talk about Mayhem. So, this year's, I'm just going to read the whole article top to bottom, so please bear with me. If you want to skip this section, go ahead, but you might miss any globals that I could possibly get. We are 1% to the goal of 700 points. This year's Halloween Mayhem event includes major changes to the structure and format of the Mayhem Annihilation and Mayhem Survival modes. Similar changes will also be implemented in future Mayhem events, incorporating feedback and suggestions from this year's Halloween Mayhem event. So, Mindark is looking for feedback. So, Mindark, I hope you're watching this. You probably don't, but I really hope you do. And if not, I do know that a couple of the Monria devs occasionally drop into my stream, so if you're watching this, please let them know. I will be providing feedback on this channel throughout all of Halloween Mayhem, and so far what I've read is aces, but let's see how it works in practice. One of the first changes participants will notice is a complete overhaul of the items available in the Mayhem Token Trader. Dozens of exclusive new items have been added to the trader. Also, many existing items have been repriced, and in some cases, restocked. Okay, so that's good. They've repriced some items, which means they could have gone up, but it sounds like they're making tokens easier to get, which is good. And I'm going to go into that later, because they are making certain tokens easier to get, and I think it's important that we look through it. As I'm accumulating Mayhem tokens. They used to be M tokens, they're Mayhem tokens. PM token items have been renamed to Rare Mayhem Token. M token items have been renamed to Mayhem Token. So M tokens are Mayhem tokens. PM tokens are Rare Mayhem tokens. Rare Mayhem tokens are now acquired exclusively as rare loot drops from creatures within the Mayhem event instances, giving all event participants a chance to acquire them. So there's no more of the nonsense where you have to purchase a placement token from someone who manages to win one, or you can't, you're not going years trying to desperately hit one of the 10 positions. You can just get the tokens as a rare drop. And if you're like me, and you spend all your free time grinding your ass out in grinding out in Entropia, the entire Mayhem event, you're just going to be in instances grinding shit out, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing. Oh yeah, I'm already up to 75 pet and frickin'. Okay, we're good. The amount of Mayhem tokens and Rare Mayhem tokens looted from creatures in the event instances scales proportionately with their threat level. The overall quantity of Mayhem tokens available in loot has been increased substantially since large... I just lost my spot. Hang on. The overall quantity of Mayhem tokens available in loot has been increased substantially since large amounts are no longer provided as rewards. Okay, so you're not going to get like these huge amounts of Mayhem tokens randomly. Oh, as the rewards for the event. That's right. Okay, no, that makes sense. So instead of giving like a huge chunk of Mayhem tokens to the top player, they've just made Mayhem token rewards far more common. Again, aces. The reward structures for various Mayhem event modes have been reworked. Participants now unlock rewards by reaching predefined thresholds specific to each particular mode. See full reward details below for the 2 gameplay modes available in Halloween Mayhem, Annihilation, and Mayhem Survival. Oh, okay, yep. I misread that a little bit, but it's because it was kind of an awkward sentence. Creatures in Halloween Mayhem event instances may drop Halloween strong boxes, which may contain a Halloween Ring 2021. Halloween Mayhem... Oh, event entrances. Halloween Mayhem event instances can be accessed via the global events list from any planet or location within Entropia universe. There is a single instance for Mayhem Survival and 10 instances with creatures of various levels for Mayhem Annihilation. The event dates are between Thursday, 28 October at 1400 UTC, which is a couple days ago, actually. And it runs until 8 November at 1400 UTC. Which means I've actually missed a couple days because I was not able to do this because I think technically on server it's already Halloween. System... Nope, it's still 10:30. Okay, no, that's right. That's this evening. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so I'm UTC plus 5. 4. Daylight savings time. Rewards. Rewards in Halloween Mayhem are based on performance in the event instances and are unlocked and awarded automatically when certain criteria are met. Rewards include exclusive clothing, consumables, Halloween-themed items, and Mayhem tokens, which can also be looted from event creatures in this and other Mayhem-style events. Mayhem tokens and rare Mayhem tokens can be exchanged for exclusive items offered by the Mayhem token traders located in Cape Corinth, Port Atlantis, and Twin Peaks on planet Calypso. Mayhem tokens and rare Mayhem tokens can be accumulated over the course of several events to purchase more expensive items, allowing participants to make incremental progress toward their desired rewards. Oh, he's dead. He just hasn't figured it out yet. Mayhem tokens and rare Mayhem tokens are non-tradable, but the items available in the Mayhem token vendor are tradable. So does that mean they can't be sold either? Nope, they can't. Okay. Mayhem Annihilation, which for the value they have, you wouldn't want to do it anyway, but still, it's just one of those things where, you know, you ask the question. Mayhem Annihilation gameplay. There are 10 Mayhem Annihilation instances available. Participants of all skill levels or gear can enter any of the instances. The only difference is the difficulty of the creatures within the instances. There are no longer any time or gear restrictions or requirements for Mayhem Annihilation, and it is possible to switch between any of the available Annihilation instances at any time. So you don't screw anything up if you switch between instances anymore. Which, again, I think is fantastic. If I want to go and I want to play... Like, I know my buddy Lorespade stopped playing, or at least he said he stopped playing in Mayhem when they changed, or when he got too high a level because it was too expensive. Now he could go in and play at a lower level. And it's a non-issue. I could probably play Mayhem 1 without any armor on at this point. Upon entering one of the Annihilation event instances, participants will be presented with a choice of 3 missions, bronze, silver, or gold, which determine the number of points required to unlock rewards. Each mission chain features a 10 reward threshold. Participants may only choose one mission which cannot be restarted or repeated. Ooh, that's ugly. Be careful not to abandon the mission once started. And it says right in the thing, once started, even tech support can't fix it if you fuck it up. So whatever you do, don't touch it. Interact with the winged statue, the Weeping Angel, which scares the shit out of me, inside the Mayhem Annihilation event instance to begin spawning zombies. And if those of you who don't understand the Weeping Angel reference, y'all need to go watch Doctor Who. Eliminate Halloween zombie mutants to accumulate points and unlock reward tiers. A random number of points, 0, 1, 5, 10, 25, 50, 100, 250, 500, 1000, 2500. Holy shit. Is automatically awarded after defeating one of the event instance mutants. I really wish they'd get rid of the 0. Like, increase the requirements, but get rid of the 0. That's one piece of feedback I will provide Mindark, and I'll try to remember to add it to the actual feedback segment. The fact that there are 0-point mobs is just like back when you had 0 loot mobs. I don't care if I have to earn twice as many points. Make it so every kill counts, please. Higher level zombie mutants have a higher chance of awarding more points regardless of which mission chosen. Okay, Mayhem Annihilation rewards. Bronze. At 700 points, so I'm just going to say right out, unless for bronze, unless otherwise stated, you are awarded 22 Mayhem tokens and 10.9 ped universal ammo. That's consistent across all tiers, or all award tiers, except for 2, and I will point those out when we get to them. At 700 points, you get, in addition to the basic awards, you get rewards, you get 5 times Halloween candy boxes. At 1400 points, you get bonus bonus Halloween creature codex progress. 2100 points is level 3, 2800 points is level 4, and you get 20 pack worth of stamina. 3500 points, you get bonus Halloween creature codex progress. The next tier is 4200 points, basic awards only. 4900 points, you get 0.3 ped stamina. 5600 points, you get bonus Halloween creature codex progress and bronze ram horns. At 6,300 points, you get you get 55 Mayhem tokens instead of the basic Mayhem token amount, and the same regular universal ammo. At 7,000 points, and including on top of the basic awards, you get half a ped worth of stamina and a bronze skull face guard. I desperately hope to get 7,000 points to get that fucking face guard. I don't care how much I gotta grind. I want the face guard. I will be in here the whole fucking time. Sorry. So, silver mission awards. The basic award for every tier in silver is 53 Mayhem tokens and 26.6 ped of universal ammo. Again, if I see a different one for that, I will let you know. At 1,700 points, you get 5 times Halloween candy box. At 3,400 points, bonus Halloween creature codex progress. 5,100 points, you get 133 Mayhem tokens instead of the basic 53. At 6,800 points, you get 0.2 of a ped stamina. So it looks like they're actually pretty consistent. It's just the basics that really change. And then you get silver ram horns and silver skull face guard at the 2 max tiers. So I'm going to kind of truncate this. So the basic award for gold is 156 Mayhem tokens and 78.1 ped of universal ammo, which, holy shit, that's a lot of extra ammo, of which, of course, you're going to be burning through a lot of ammo to get there anyway, because the baseline, the first award tier for gold is 5,000. It ends at 50,000. On the increased token awards, it's 391, and then it's gold ram horns and gold face guard. So those are some good rewards. I like the rewards. And then for Mayhem Survival, holy buckets, there's 20 stages. Okay, we're gonna go through. Mayhem Survival gameplay. Interact with the winged statue inside Mayhem Survival event instance to select the stage and begin spawning zombies. Okay. Survive for as many stages as you can against increasingly dangerous waves of zombie mutants and zombie dogs. Dying, disconnecting, or leaving will fail the stage. Stages can be repeated, but the list of rewards on each stage are only distributed on the initial completion. So, if you make it to stage 5 on your first playthrough, you gotta make it to stage 6 before you earn any more rewards. Which I can understand, although it is kind of disappointing. Because survival's fucking tough. Repeating will, however, give a small amount of Mayhem tokens, the amount depending on... Oh, okay, so you do get something for it. Just not, like, the full reward. There are 20 stages in Mayhem Survival, and each stage consists of 10 phases. So realistically, there's 200 levels. On phases 3, 6, and 9, there will be a capture point. Failing to take the capture point before the phase ends will fail the stage. Randomly placed pumpkins containing various buffs will appear periodically throughout the arena. These pumpkins no longer have a chance of applying any debuffs. Oh, that's good. Stage 1, you get 1 Mayhem token, 60 pec universal ammo, 1 Halloween strongbox, and 1 candy box. At stage 2, you get 2 Mayhem tokens, 1.2 ped in universal ammo, and 5 Halloween candy boxes. At stage 3, you get 4 Mayhem tokens, 1.8 ped in universal ammo, 3 Halloween strongboxes, and a bonus Halloween creature codex progress. At stage 4, you get 23 Mayhem tokens, 2.3 ped in universal ammo. So it's obvious kind of where your tiers are going. Bonus Halloween creature codex progress. Stage 5 is 88 Mayhem tokens, 8.8 ped in universal ammo. Stage 6 is 21 Mayhem tokens, 10.5 ped in universal ammo, and 0.1 ped in Psyche. Stage 7 is 25 Mayhem tokens, 12.3 ped. I'm assuming... It says 12.3 ped. I'm assuming that's universal ammo. Someone's free to correct me. I think that's a typo, because it's the only place where it just says raw ped. Bonus Halloween creature codex progress. Stage 8, 140 Mayhem tokens, 14 PED universal ammo, 0.1 PED intelligence. Stage 9, 32 Mayhem tokens, 15.8 PED universal ammo, 0.1 strength, 0.1 PED strength. Stage 10, we're halfway there. 35 Mayhem tokens, 17.5 PED universal ammo, bonus Halloween creature codex process, 5 Halloween candy boxes. Stage 11, 193 Mayhem tokens, 19.3 PED universal ammo, 0.1 PED agility. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm just going to link this shit down below. Why am I going through this stage by stage? Okay, in the rules and notes, the event's been intended for solo hunters. Any attempt at abusing team mechanics will get you disbarred. Forfeiture of any rewards or prizes, possible sanctions imposed on your account. So please don't cheat. Especially if you know that it's a cheat. Like, we had the whole issue with the Yogs. The Yog pet, which a whole bunch of people knew about, and then there were a whole bunch that didn't know about it and were just training their Yog and didn't realize it was giving them an advantage. And MindArt could not determine between the two, so they had to, like, do a huge amount of reward removal. Global! 129 PED. Holy shit. Thank you, MindArt. It's been a hot minute since I've had a good global like that. In fact, let's convert, because I'm almost out of ammo. So yeah, don't cheat. Like, seriously, don't cheat. You know, if you see something's up, report it. You know, if you see like a Yog pet exploit that, of course, has been fixed, but if another one of those comes up, just report it. Say, hey, I noticed my recycle rate seems to be really high. You know, if you can take a video of it, post a video of it, say, here's the link to the video, and just kind of do an analysis for them if you have the ability to do that type of analysis and say, I think this needs to be fixed. I don't think MindArt's going to punish you if you notice an exploit and during you know, you're playing and you notice, oh wait, this looks like it might be an exploit, and if you record the exploit and go to MindArt and say, hey, I think I found an exploit, you might want to look into it, I don't think MindArt's going to punish you. They're probably going to say, okay, we do have to reset certain things, which is, you know, to be fair. But maybe they'll give you back the universal ammo you used or something like that. I think there's a happy medium that MindArt would be. MindArt seems fairly fair when it comes to stuff like that. So I'm willing to bet they would treat you okay. If you found an exploit by accidentally using it, or if you're looking at it going, this looks like an exploit, this looks like an exploit, okay, this is an exploit, let's stop and report it. I don't think they're going to bitch at you. I really don't. And if they do bitch at you, that would be a bad game dev. But this is MindArt, not Bethesda. Sorry. So here's why I say that. And I don't know that... Part of this might be apocryphal. I'm relating it to you how it was related to me. And I don't even remember who related it to me. So Fallout 76, which might be Bethesda's biggest botched project in history. And don't get me wrong, I actually like Fallout 76. But on release, the only thing that could have been a worse botched project was their release of Fallout 4 VR. And if you want to know how badly they fucked that up, go look at Up As Not Jump's Fallout 4 VR is a nightmare. So what happened was they accidentally left the door or the access point to a developer's room open in the game. It was in an obscure spot. You had to find it on accident. Like, it was found on accident. They weren't looking for this shit. But they left the access point to a developer's room open. What does that mean? So in the developer's room, there are a bunch of weapons that are way overpowered in order to test like visual mechanics and making sure creatures die correctly and stuff like that. So basically, they're guns that do one-hit kills to absolutely everything in the game. I mean, you've all seen dev weapons in Entropia Universe. We had that scandal with dev weapons last year, I think, or the year before, that ended up having like half a dozen people's accounts completely flat reset. They're lucky they didn't get permabanned. Well, a couple of players found it and started selling dev weapons to other players. And so Bethesda had to basically nuke whole servers to wipe those weapons out. It was just a mess. And from what I understand, there are still some of those weapons outstanding. So yeah. Anyway, I won't drag Bethesda anymore for the moment. But that's the new Halloween Mayhem. Like, holy shit. I cannot compliment Mindark more for the way that they have fixed all of the complaints I had with Mayhem. And I had a few, and the biggest one I had was, you gotta win this competition, and it's gonna be a mess. No, now you have the mission, you do the mission. And I think that's gonna make a whole lot of players a whole lot happier. It's gonna reduce the elitism among the Mayhem players and invite a lot more new players to play. I just think it's gonna be fantastic. So Mindark, 10 of 10, much better. My only question now is does the boss still spawn? So we're actually gonna play until we hit an hour and 10 minutes, or until the boss spawns. Which normally, in years past, I've managed to get the boss to spawn between the 45-minute mark and the hour and 5-minute mark. I'm going to give it to the hour and 10, which makes this a particularly long video. But I think it'll be worth it. Because if the boss does spawn, that's a huge points increase. And it's important to know that for completing the missions, because 250 points is not nothing. Okay. We're doing good. 73 points for the first half hour. That's 10% of the first notch. That's not bad. That's not bad at all for this type of an event. So if I can knock out 140 points per instance on average, that means 7-ish hours in, I'll have completed rank 1. Which for my skill level is probably what I should be expecting. If I was higher skill, the faster it would accumulate. Of course, there is a lot of luck of the draw shit going on, but it is what it is. As you can see, my ped card has... I've been waiting and holding ped just for this event so that I can do all my repair bills without having to spend any shrapnel. We got any more? Nope, no more strong boxes. Other than that, I'm just happy to be back in Mayhem. Just like a nice, calm grind. You know, you get into the instance, and you just kill zombies an hour at a time. And without having the 10-hour timer anymore, I don't have to worry about, you know, oh god, I gotta run to the restroom. Gotta do it between instances. Nope. Now it's a non-issue. You just have the 5-hour time limit per instance, which you can dump out and pop back in, no problem. It's all aces in my book. Plus, I'm running that plus 100% freaking skill points generator. That's going to make my skills spike just a little bit. Although with the Mayhem tokens being easier to get, I'm going to have to check to see what the amps are going to cost now, because for me, that's the main reason, like, the Mayhem melee amps that give me the lifesteal, that's my biggest tool. like across Entropia universe, that is my biggest tool. And honestly, if I could get a hold of a vampire cape or a lifesteal ring, I'd be in 7th heaven. I would 100% be in 7th heaven. Because yeah, damn, that would be, so in previous games, I have generally played a Death Knight, meaning WoW. I played a lot of WoW, I was a Death Knight. And in my opinion, for a tank Death Knight, that was my forte. I did fairly well. I actually did fairly well in arenas. A friend of mine and I actually discussed spending a whole year practicing as much as possible and going for trying to get into the competition, which, yeah, you're never really going to be able to go against the super pro teams that get paid to play, like Method, but we thought we could at least make a showing, at least do the tryout section, and do respectably well. Because I was pretty good, and he's stupid amazing at that game. But anyway, the style is you rely on lifesteal. They call it leech, but you rely on lifesteal to keep yourself going. Like, as soon as I got lifesteal on my character, staying alive was very, very easy compared to before. Like, I still run into things that make it hard for me to survive. Of course, I could be fighting something over-leveled, I'm not paying attention, which happens frequently when I'm doing these things. Because y'all know I'm easily distracted. Especially when I get a message from a blonde with really pretty blue eyes. Sorry. But, wow, I just managed to distract myself that time. You know, I can get distracted, and sometimes my life will get too low, and I'll notice, I'll be like, oh, let's heal, and then dead. That's all my fault. That's 100% my fault when I do that. But anyway, frick. The fact of the matter is that my style fit myself so much better, or I was able to fit into my own style so much better in this game when I discovered there were the Mayhem amps that let you do lifesteal. Like 100%. And so once that happened, to me, it's worth the money. Like, I don't care if I'm still losing money when I could be in the positive. If it means I have amps that do lifesteal, and enough lifesteal so that I'm not constantly flipping back and forth between that and my regen chip, that makes me a happy man. And it's worth the investment. Now, that doesn't mean I don't want to be doing my healing ability. I'm given to understand that for my level, my healing ability is actually quite respectable. I use a regen, or is it a resto? Regeneration chip 5. I'm actually able to use a 6, I just can't fucking find them. Which is why eventually I'm going to have to do Mission Galactica, because that's where you get them. That might be a 2022 thing. I might actually go out of my way to do Mission Galactica in 2022. I think it's time. Come the new year, I think it's time to do Mission Galactica. And that'll be a whole video series. You know, I've been traveling between planets. I've been doing all the things. I think it's time. Because I want that Resto 6. Or that Regen 6. You know, that's if that's going to be my claim to fame, I would not mind being known as, like, a super healer. Even though I might only be a mediocre hunter. And I'm a melee hunter at that, which how many melee hunters are there out there compared to, like, rifle hunters? Especially in the Uber phase. I want to know, if you know of any person out there who is level 100 melee. I don't care which melee it is, whether it's long blades or short blades or power fists or blunt objects. Is there anyone out there that's a level 100 melee? I want to know. Now, for long blades, I'm kind of hoping to be the... If someone had... Entropia's been around for over 20 years. I'm sure someone's made it to level 100 as a swordsman. If not, I would not mind being the first to make it there. Especially as my initial one. Like, if you're already an Uber and you make it to level 100, that's one thing. But if that's how you break into Uber status, for me, that would be amazing. That would be 100% amazing. And the best part about doing melee, and this has always been the case in my opinion, increased hit points, increased strength, increased evade. Because you can't attack without having to evade your opponent. You know, if I compare favorably to other people with similar skill points in those three areas. Health. And then, no, it would not be here. It would be defense. Evade. Even my dodge is pretty good for this level. And then back up to attribute strength. Now, does that mean that I'm top tier of those? No, of course not. And I haven't focused solely on those. So if someone was crazy enough just to do that one thing all the time, they're gonna beat me at it. But for my level, I compare favorably to, say, someone who strictly hunts with rifles. In those three categories. I'm a bit of a mule, to be honest. I can carry 363 kilograms. Just start braying. Hee-haw. Okay, we're at the 45-minute mark. 42-minute mark. Ish. Nice. We're up to 80 points. Not terrible. I wouldn't mind it going up a little faster, but not terrible. Come on. You don't even hurt that much anymore, dude. I almost wonder what it'd be like if I could... I might try a level 5 for my exclusive. Let's see what happens if the boss spawns or not. Because, you know, higher chance at points, higher chance at rewards. A little bit tougher. I'll get hit more, which means I'll spend more money, but it might be worth it. This is really the sweet spot for me, level 17, as you saw during... migration. But I can handle 19s no problem. And I think that level 5 is 19. It'll either be 19 or 20, I'm sure. And with it not fucking up my progress, it's actually worth checking out. Like, I can take the risk of going into something that's too high now and not fucking up my progress. Sorry, guys. I've pretty much run out of things to talk about. I'ma stay on. I'll probably say some random shit, but you know me. 30 minutes is usually where I run out of things to say, and this is an hour-long video at the minimum. Ugh. I gotta say, I wish we could access this area between Mayhems and like, they should make it so we could explore the churches. Like, Mind Art, come on, make it so we can go up to the church and explore it. I totally want to see what's inside. And they're like, it's just a shell, dude. I don't care. Make something. When was the last time you had to design a new level? Just make the damn building. Better yet, make it so the mausoleums are like fucking Diablo-style dungeons. I would totally do that shit. It's where all the Annihilation zombies hide between events. That'd be hilarious. Like, you solve a puzzle to a secret area, and it gets you into like into one of the Mayhem areas, and all of the creatures there are like sitting around tables playing cards or some shit, and they're like, "Hey, wait a second. When did you? Is it that time already?" I do have to say they did not mention whether or not the boss spawns. If they had mentioned whether or not the boss spawned, then this would not be an investigation. If it does spawn, we'd just be doing it. If it did not spawn, I would have exited at the end of my spiel. So that's what we're gonna find out. But 92 points for the first run, that's not bad. And we still got about 10 minutes left. Actually 15, because it was 5 minutes in by the time I started the video up. Yeah, because this video is 46 minutes long at this point. Loot's pretty good, though. I mean, loot's always pretty good in Mayhem, but still. The amount of shrapnel I'm getting in exchange for the damage I'm doing, I am satisfied with. Let's put it that way. I really do hope that the boss is still a thing. If he's not a thing, fair enough, but it's going to make this so much more of a grind. Because that 250 points makes a difference. It always did. Once I found out about bosses and how many points they dump into the arena, I always played to the boss, no matter what. And it totally changed how I looked at playing Mayhem. It would also make all the missions a whole lot more doable. Like, without bosses, some of those higher level ones... I mean, I know you can get a whole bunch of points at level 10 in Mayhem, but it just makes it seem with the 0 pointers, it just makes it seem like it would be a whole lot harder. That was a 10-point mob. Thank you, Mind Arc. I might make it through my Halloween creature challenge by the end of this one. I doubt it. Usually it appears to take 3 Mayhems to get through a full Mayhem creature challenge. But this I think is my 3rd Halloween Mayhem with the Codex, so we'll find out. It, of course, like everything else in Entropia Universe, gets exponentially harder as you go along. Come on. Spawn, damn you. "10 minutes before the hour mark." As I'm sure you all know, because you're watching the time ticker at the bottom going, "Come on, Julian, get the boss to spawn." Or those of you who know whether or not the boss does spawn, if the boss doesn't spawn, you're like, "Come on, Julian, you idiot, it doesn't spawn." If anyone knows if the boss does spawn, please comment below. We're gonna figure it out anyway, but it'd be worth knowing. Excuse me. Oh, we're up to 129. Aces. Pretty much like my whole evening tonight's gonna be just grinding out fucking Halloween Mayhem. Same with tomorrow. Like, oh shit, I'm taking some damage. That was close. That would have been embarrassing. Like, make it all this way and then finally die because I wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah, my scourging is going to go up. I've been so worried about working on my robot looter that I forgot completely about my, Speaking of which, what's the comparison on those now? What would they be under? Is it general? Can't be general, no. It's not going to be... That's scan. Oh yeah, it is. Scourging is 2567. Reclaiming is 2107. So my reclaiming is almost caught up with my scourging, both of which need to catch up with my skinning, which is what, 3,000? 4,000, 4,200. So basically, that's been my whole mission on Siren, is to get my reclaiming at least up to where my scourging is, and to get both of them closer to my skinning. Because most of the time, you're hunting not zombies, you're hunting animals. Animals are skinning, and they make a disproportionate amount of the loot that you, the skills that you gain for looting, be for that particular one. But you need to make sure the others are up there too. They do, I think they all affect all of your looter skills, although obviously the ones that are directly affiliated with the one you're on is going to be much more prevalent on the one that's the affiliated looter skill. So like, scourging will far outweigh reclaiming or skinning on mutant looter, and say on animal looter, skinning far outweighs the other two for animal looter. But I have the feeling they all have at least some effect on it. But overall, I want to make sure that if I go to hunt something, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm not going to get any loot on this because it's so much lower. Whoa, we're at 155 points. Okay. We are in the spawn zone, which means this is the normal time. We're in that time period where a spawn would normally happen if a spawn is to be had. Once again, I really hope they do spawn. One, because fighting bosses is fun, but also because the 250 points makes a big-ass difference when you're grinding through something like this as much as you're doing a competition. Otherwise, I'll be able to do half-hour sessions, which is aces in my book. Come on. I know, you're all waiting with bated breath. I actually miss this graveyard. Holy shit, 500 points. I love the number 666. Someone take a screenshot. Ah! I think that was deliberate, and I love it. 666, and like the ground opens up and this massive ass zombie comes out. Y'all we're watching my Resident Evil 4 live streams. I had to face up against 2 Gargantos yesterday at the same time. That was interesting. Yes! Hi, Calrom. I missed ya. Good to see you, buddy. And if he's worth the same number of points, this will knock me over stage 1. Yes! Grind through. Slice them up. Got like the Final Fantasy VII combat music going through my head. For like the bosses. Not the really chipper one, but like the sorceress bosses. I think it'd be cool if they added a gun blade to this, don't you? I mean, obviously for copyright reasons they can't, but it would be fucking amazing. It's like, boom, boom, boom. Not that you could do the trigger thing, unfortunately, but still. Actually, it wouldn't be that hard to program. You know, have it use X number of extra ammo if you trigger it properly. Have it do Y number of extra damage. I think that would be totally appropriate. Come on. Grind him down. That sounds so dirty, doesn't it? Sorry. There we go. We made it through part 1. Mayhem tokens, universal ammo, candy boxes, strong box, shrap. There's the candy box. Run speed, reload speed, and critical chance. Huh. Oh, and they moved the exit point. Oh, you know why? First off, this is a much smarter place to put it. But because if they kept it up here... Yeah. This actually makes sense. It's at a fucking gate. Okay, guys. That was not bad at all. Not bad at all. Huge kudos to Mindark for the changes. I think they're fantastic. and I will be spending plenty of time in there. In the meantime, for the rest of you, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. We are on the road to 13 million subscribers, one subscription at a time, so make sure you subscribe. And as always, I really appreciate the support, and we'll see you in the next one.